the DREAM6. Our project is a foggy net and it focuses on creating a fog collector system. The main idea is to use a net that traps the tiny droplets of water that are suspended in the air. Also, it is a low-cost and sustainable form to provide water even in places where the rainfall is scarce. Well, before we begin, I would like to introduce our teammates that are Allen Garcia, Carol Garibay, Caleb Sanchez, and Alexander Gonzalez. Now, let's explain the focus of the project. First, the environmental problem that we choose is the water scarcity that affects millions of people around the world. In many regions, the access to clean water to clean and safe water is becoming more difficult every year. So this project is aligned to the Development Sustainable Goals 6 and 13. 6 is the clean water and sanitization, and 13 is the climate action. These goals inspire us to take action to provide clean water for everyone and to fight with the climate change. So now let's take a closer look at the problem. In many parts of the world, people live in areas where the rainfall is limited or the natural resources such as lakes or wells are contaminated. So we ask ourselves, how can we help to reduce the water scarcity with our renewable and natural resource? So that's why we focus on the fog. But first, you need to know what is fog. Fog is made of tiny droplets of water that are spent in the air, and in many parts of the world, it is a thing of every day. Now, we need to talk about the research question, and Allen will explain us.
Well, I worked as the accountant and graphical designer in this project, and in my section I will explain to you the scientific background and how we manage our financial resources to make our prototype real. Let's start with the research question. Diego, can you read it, please?
How can fog collectors be used as a sustainable solution to reduce water scarcity in dry regions?
Thank you. Well, this question guided all our decisions since choosing materials and analyzing and trying the results. Have you ever thought about how much water is floating in the air around us, especially in dry areas? No? Well, that's the idea behind our project. Using fog as a hidden source of fresh water.
Our smart objective is, of course, to deliver fresh water for communities where they don't have it. Our smart objective is specific, of course, to get the water from the fog. The measurable one is to we measure how much water we get from it and the cleanliness of it. Our accessible and affordable is it's a really cheap project with really accessible materials because it's made out of wood and a net. And our time bound is we took 2 weeks to get any clear results. Now, Rogelio, how much water do you think we got from this in 1 day?
In 1 day, I don't know, like maybe less than 1 day.
We got 200 milliliters of water, and of course, because it's a small one, the actual scalar one would be a lot higher than that.
Well, now the theoretical framework, the science behind our project. Our project is based on several important theories. The first one is the fluid dynamics and interception theory, which explains how the wind pushes tiny water droplets into the mesh fibers, making them collide and merge together, making a larger droplet. The second one is surface science, which tells us the importance of the material of the mesh that needs to attract water so the process is easily and faster, so the droplet can merge easily and slow down. And the last one is the atmospheric chemistry, which helped us understand the chemical composition of the fog, which, if you didn't know, is kind of acidic because it has CO2, NO2, and SO2. Madeline, can you guess the pH of normal fog? No. Well, normal fog is the pH of normal fog is 5.6, which makes it kind of acidic. So our system or prototype has a simple system of filtration with sand and activate carbon to improve water quality. Now, as financial resources, as a accountant, I was also in charge of budget and sponsors. Our main sponsor is Servicios y Calderas, a company that helped us with materials, providing materials, and also by giving us technical advice. Also, we designed our system to be low cost and easy to reproduce or create, so any community can do it without special or fancy tools or a lot of resources, using recycled parts as the base, and also PVC pipes or virtual mesh. And in the future, we plan to continue sponsoring with donations and also social awareness, especially in Instagram, by getting the attention of people who are interested in sustainability. So as you can see, science and good planning work really good together, and with those two subjects we can make a good environmental change without many resources. And also, as the visual manager or visual designer, I was in charge of the presentation layout and our visual identity, such as the logo and diagrams that we use also in Instagram. Now that we have a little bit of our goal, the scientific background and all that, I'm going to pass you to my classmate Gerardo, which is going to tell you how we managed to pass those knowledge that we have to the making of a prototype and how it works.
Okay, our person development, first we started with the mesh. We started with mesh fabric because it also catches, how in the morning leaves get the mildew on them? We thought of that and we applied it into a more modern way, which is the mesh fabric, which also catches water a lot more efficiently than heat. And we assembled the frame and attached the mesh to the frame, like this. It's basically like this. It would be in an area where fog is common, like the top of a mountain or top of a building, so that it catches the most amount of fog. Now, these are the two prototypes. The first one was made in Tinkercad by me, and it's designed with polyethylene rushable mesh. It uses two vertical beams in order to raise the mesh a lot higher than it would usually be, and it uses a basin to collect the water, and so it can be used later on. The actual design that we used was obviously to scale to a normal one. So it uses a 2 meter by 1.5 meter of mesh. It's 3 meters squared total, which is a lot for our mesh. It uses a PVC pipe in order to collect the water from it and wooden beams in order to raise it high above. We realized while we were making our tanker cut design that it would be really unstable and it wouldn't really stay upright. So we ended up designing this design so that you can even like dig it in a little bit into like the dirt or something, so it doesn't fall that easily because it's really unstable right here. We use this little a pipe, I'm gonna say, to collect the water into our basin, which is I don't know where it is, but it's like a Tupperware. And our optional design was to add this filter made out of sand and carbon, and also sensors so that we can we can sense the pH, the turbidity of the water, the water quality, and also the air speed.
Well, implementation engineering. I have a question for you. How do you think a project can help the communities?
How?
How,
One more time the question.
how do you think our project can help the communities?
I don't know, because as far as I know, we don't have the type of environment that we're in, but I'm not sure.
Okay, well, this project, can we use it in places where there is morning fog, or near the mountains, or in the top of the buildings?
Okay.
It can help low-income communities to get water for daily activities, such as showering, or washing your hands, or for the agriculture, or that's etc. The improvements and innovations. We use strong materials like wood and solid fastenings. These materials help for the structure of the prototype, and we can, that's why the water can fluid for the, how do you say, for the prototype. So the structure can last a long of time if you care of it. And this, how do you say, this fog net already exists, but there is not very common. That's why our goal is to make this fog more accessible and more efficient for widely users.
Okay. Now the expected results. The expected results of our project are very promising. We expect to collect around 1 to 5 liters per square meter per day. This providing that it is possible. Okay. This providing that it is possible to obtain measurable amounts of water directly from fog. We know that this project will become a very sustainable and affordable solution for those communities that suffer this problem of water scarcity. Its impact is not just social but also environmental. It can help people to protect nature and inspire others to take action. Okay, me as a social media manager, my goal and my role was to think about how we can share this project to the world. And this project is not just a scientific idea, it is more than that. This project is about how we can truly help those communities that don't have a really easy access to water. Well, our goal with this account is to share how the fog collector works. This and to raise awareness about the importance of finding sustainable sources of water. We created an Instagram account called FoggyNet. Does anybody follows already this account?
I love your account and I'm a big fan of them. And I like every post of them.
In our Instagram account, we post some pictures about our teamwork, our prototype, our physical prototype, and some inspirational content with our slogan. In the midst, we said success joke.
For the interview. There are the question that is, what do you think of our STEM project? The person that we interview are Rogelio, that is an engineer. The answer of the first question is that there is interesting because it can help a lot of people that if they have a problem with the water. Where do you think our STEM project might get funded? They say that they are very proud of all of the team. Yeah. And the third question: do you believe our STEM project will have a positive effect on our community? And she answered that yes, they have a good positive effect because they can help a lot of people.
Cuestión social, cuestión económica, pero
We're going to put just a
pues, ¿cuál es el valor agregado que tú puedes dar? Que siempre se puede dar ese valor agregado a poder tener, como se dice, ¿no? Un mejor lugar para vivir.
Sí. Y ya con esto en mente, más o menos hablando del STEM, no teniéndolo, o sea, teniéndolo más presente y conociéndolo, nuestro proyecto trata de una urbamalla y un recipiente de abajo colocado con dos palos que lo sostienen. La verdad es un proyecto bastante que se puede financiar fácilmente, pero que puede cambiar y revolucionar muchas regiones donde la verdad la escasez de agua es un problema muy grande y pues como personas tenemos el derecho a poder acceder a todos los recursos, pero muchas de las veces también pasa que somos egoístas y queremos quedarnos todos.
Did he give you feedback about that?
yes.
Can you please go to that part?
Sí, edited the
Para nosotros, ¿verdad? Y no pensamos en el libro, no dejamos en nada, en Nike
We
y
have an interview
hasta
about
la
3 hours.
Yeah, it was like 2 hours.
Y lo que queda así, de la localidad que caminó, y reducir, atraparlo, no con la lluvia, o que nos ayude, o cómo nos puede, sí, cómo nos puede
Yo digo el sur.
Say that if we
Entonces, pues,
know the
por esta
prototype, it
está.
will help us to
Hazle.
have an interview with the superior of the ASI. So
That one?
esta ayuda que nosotros queremos lograr.
Primero felicitarnos por esta gran iniciativa, la verdad, mi reconocimiento. Y pues precisamente lo que estamos diciendo, pues, de cómo puede ayudar al que necesita nuestra ayuda, que a veces nos hemos descubierto en el camino. y volteamos hacia atrás. O sea, yo digo el sur, ¿no? Porque el sur normalmente es a la par nosotros tenemos, como tú lo comentabas acertadamente, somos una zona árida y el agua es esencial, pero ese esfuerzo del país bogotano de salir adelante, ¿no? La adversidad nos ha ayudado, nos ha formado carácter, la cultura del trabajo y para salir adelante. Y en el sur es eso.
Okay. Well, how did you get Mr. Rogelio?
Well, my father is a friend, an old friend of his. Okay.
Do you know him?
No.
Yes.
Rogelio, I just remember
Rogelio
the
Garza.
name.
Mi papá.
That they call him El Ranchero.
Yeah. They call him the He say that in the interview, yeah, because he really like
Speaks a
we
lot.
yeah he speaks a lot and we really like ask questions about himself and about his trajectory in the UNL.
Okay.
He also said that he was getting from the
Conclusion.
Okay.
Probably for the conclusion, can we see that?
Yeah, well, first, before the conclusion, we want to show you how our prototype functions. Works on our function. Well, to simulate the fog, we have a dispenser of water that you can see. Yes. It's okay. We have to simulate the fog. We have a dispenser of water. And to collect it, we have a tupperware, because it's in a small scale, and we have a tube of PVC and a little tube, and the net and wood. We're going to fry it. And
So it's gonna be like, drop and make drops of
yes,
water.
and droplets of water.
And then
Teacher,
it's gonna be
if you
collecting?
yeah, in the tupperware, in the remember book, if you want to look, you can come because we have the tiny droplets of water
Yes.
falling into the
Now you can see them.
and there are droplets.
Yes.
Well,
Because of the surface texture of
So Khaled, specifically, where can we place this? Here in Nuevo León.
We can set this project like in places where the amount of falls is like a lot.
That's why.
Specifically, we could play like in the mountains, like in Chipinque, San Pedro, Venezuela.
well, we want to create like a system in the restrooms or public service, such as like the restrooms, and like when you go to Chipinque or Venezuela for hiking, you look to this problem that are the pressure of water. It is a higher place where the water is so scarce. So we want to improve and implement this prototype or this project in that places to use it as a public service and will have the human rights to access to clean and sanitation water.
And also, I mean, imagine that you were made to a plastic,
Okay.
some soap or Chipinque. And you have a lot of, you need to go to the restroom. You go to the restroom and there is no water. That's why.
That would be the solution.
To solve that problem.
And no using another sources. If we have like a renewable and natural solution, we want to put that and like conserve it or water.
It's sustainable because it doesn't use any electric components. It's just like
That's true.
the capillary action, the surface tension of the water with the net, and also the filter irrigation. It's just based on gravity because of how the water falls after it's fetched on the land. That's really sustainable ways that we use to make this project as best as we can.
A lot of science behind it.
Okay, Alexander, just can you remind me the cost of that prototype and how much it will cost? Are we at 2 meters that you say? I don't know, say 2 meters.
The cost of that is like 300. 300 pesos.
Why there's more?
Because we also see with our cards in it.
Okay. And the real one,
The real one is like
the one of 2 meters,
We could just multiply it like maybe 1,000, like 1,200 pesos for like a
the real one is like 2,000 pesos.
So it's like 2 meters high. It can like has like a lot more water.
but if you're gonna have the, I don't know, just say something about the communities that they don't have water, for example, the ones that are in Santiago, there is one that they, I don't know how do they call it, the people that they don't pay for the houses, for the.
Yeah, that's what,
How, I mean, but if you're gonna, who's gonna pay for that? Who's gonna pay the 2,000?
well, that's what we also say with companies
Okay.
such as the Calderas y Servicios. That is a company that dedicates to the calderas and the boilers and to filtrate the water. And also the Extractor gives us a lot of companies that can help or roadside, yeah. Like the superior of the Ingeniería Civil is also something of the agua y drenaje, so we can associate with them and show our project.
He was very interested, and he even told us we could go for an interview. There is the faculty of engineering.
Okay. Well, is it okay, I already have the feedback and everything, but I have to go to another presentation. Is it okay if I see you tomorrow? The grade?
No.
Can I say the conclusion? The conclusion, the
Ah, the
conclusion.
conclusion?
No, the conclusion no.
Conclusion?
The
Yes.
definition.
No.
Okay.
You are the audience.
Well, tell me the conclusion.
The conclusion. In conclusion. No, pero ya no le toque. In conclusion, our Fog Collective Net project show us that it is possible to obtain water from the air using simple materials such as mesh, tubes, and a container. It offers an eco-friendly solution to solve the water scarcity by using fog as a renewable source. It's standing out for its low-cost materials, low energy use, and the social engagement. This idea has both a social and environmental impact. It conserves water and it provides an affordable solution for those communities with limited resources. Thank you.